Hello, and welcome back to my channel, Boss Lady Bloom's RBT Exam Tutoring. First things first, I want to give a shout out to my good friend for making my shirt, because I do, in fact, teach kids to read. It's one of my favorite things is reading. Reading is definitely one of the most important skills we learn, because communicating is the ultimate skill for life, communicating. So reading is right up there for me. All right, so let's move on. On my last video, we gave about some new things that were happening, including the new task list, which is not called a task list anymore. It's called the RBT Test Content Outline Third Edition. So if you are um, studying for your exam, make sure that you are studying the most up to date task list. I'm going to say that one more time. Make sure you are studying the most up to date task list. And the most up to date task list dropped on January 1, 2026, and it is the RBT Test Content Outline Third Edition. Okay, because you want to make sure that you're studying the right stuff. And when you're studying your material, when you're looking for study material, if they're using an outdated task list, you're going to get outdated information. I mean, yes, some of the things are basically the same because, extinction is going to be extinction, whether it's in first edition or third edition, but the wording may be different. So you want to make sure it is very important, important that you are studying using the appropriate newest task list. Okay, and that is the third edition. Okay, so I want to just start by going over some things in the task list. um, I still call it a task list. I know they're calling it the test content outline. Makes it sound all official and stuff. I still call it a task list because um, it's what we do. It's the task that we do. Okay. I think this particular list should be called a task list even more so because they want you to implement these things. So they want you to actually do these tasks. So I would call it a task list, but they're calling it the test content outline, which means everything that they have on this outline is going to be on your test. So potato, right? Okay, so let's talk about, I want to start going over and reviewing some of the things on the task list. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about is describing behavior and environment in observable and measurable terms, which is A5 on the new task list of A5. Now, that wording um, is just a little bit different. That wording is just a little bit different from, I don't think it's different at all. I can't find my old task list. I was over here searching for it. I don't think it's very different at all. I think that A5 stayed the same, exactly wording and everything, but you're describing things that are, uh, you're describing the behavior and you're describing the environment. I keep looking over here because I want to give you the exact wording. I don't want you to have to guess, or I want you to know exactly. So it says describe behavior and environment in observable and measurable terms. Let's talk about behavior. Describing a behavior. When you describe a behavior, they want to know exactly what that behavior looked like. Okay. Um, if you got hit in the face, okay, be as specific as humanly possible when you're documenting. You want to be as specific as humanly possible at when you describe which hand did they use to hit you. Was it a closed fist? Was it an open fist? You know, um, what side of your face did they hit you on? Did they hit you on closer to your eye, closer to your lip? Um, how did their what was their expression? Were they smiling? Did they have a grimace on their face? Did they have an object in their hand? You want to describe the behavior. Did they say something before they hit you? Did they run toward you before they hit you? Describe that behavior as specific as humanly possible because you want to know exactly what that antecedent was that got you hit, right? Okay, I don't want this video to be too long, but I wanted to let you know that we will be diving in deep in these next few videos as we start going over the new third edition test content outline. I got to get used to saying that, but the first thing that we're going to be talking about, our first task on the list that we're going to be talking about is A5 because we will be describing behavior in the environment in observable. Observing means what you see, as well as measurable. Can you measure it? What was the intensity? What was the force? We're going to go into that. Like I said, I didn't want to make this video too long, but as we get into this new task list, I want you to know it so that you have no um, worries about passing your exam. So each video may be a little bit longer than they were when we first, when we were going over the other task list. But again, my motto is I want you to know that you know. So when you sit down to take the exam, there's no doubt in your mind that you're going to pass. Okay. So my next video, we will finish up going over task list edition 3, skill A5, describing behavior and environment in observable and measurable terms. So until I see you again, happy ABA.